So, episode 2. I did episode 1 and it was received pretty well. I think the like dislike ratio is all positive, and we're creeping up on 300 views in a week, which is so much more than I expected to get. So I really appreciate it, especially coming from the community that I came from before. It was really cool having friends that know nothing about Maplestory enjoy the video and like it and give support, and then to also have people that I've never even met before in the Maplestory community start subscribing and telling me that they also enjoy the video, which is really cool. So part 2, I wanted to go into kind of more of the bosses that I sort of glossed over last time, and I wanted to go over U Garden. After the Afterlands and after Von Leon, the next thing that you should definitely do as soon as possible is U Garden. And the main reason why is because it is a daily. It's something that you should be doing daily if possible. It provides you with U Garden coins, up to 26 a day, and you can use those to get some pretty dang decent equipment. And also, the most important thing is epic potential scrolls, which of course in Reboot really only go up to 50%, so it's always a gamble on whether or not they actually work or not. But because U Garden is a daily thing and these scrolls are available every single day, you have a lot of chances and a lot of opportunities to pretty much use them on every single piece of equipment that you have. And that's the goal, right? For reaching that sort of end game, or not end game, but mid game content, you need every single potential piece of equipment to be epic and to have at least 6 to 9% main stat. Now, of course, the quest line itself really only takes, I'd say, probably about an hour, and then subsequently after that, the dailies themselves really only take, I'd say, maybe between 15 to 20 minutes every day, if you're doing all of them, or if you get lucky. Some of them take a little bit longer, but I really think it's, I'd say once you get used to it and you know what to expect, 15 to 20 minutes feels pretty right. So you get to U Garden by going through either the guide window or by going through the 6-path crossway. There's a portal there. It says portal to Shanghai or something along those lines. You can go through there. Then if this is your first time visiting, you're going to be stopped by the police. It's just one NPC. If you want to read through the dialogue, it's pretty funny. It's just something that you can experience if you want to experience it. You're not in any trouble. You just have to go ahead and prove that you're a good noodle, and you do pretty much basically one quest, and then that's it. The NPCs, the area just completely opens up, and you're free to already immediately start doing dailies. But the catch is that the daily board, which is the main thing you'll be using here, only has 2 available quests every single day, and they only give 3 U Garden coins each. The goal is to do more quests for the citizens of U Garden, and then more quests open up on the board. So it's 3 coins, and then you get 2 more at 5 coins each. And then finally, once you hit the final rank, you get the 10 coin quest. I haven't really done it out of order, or I guess in any particular order. I just start with the police NPC, then I move on to what the chef has me do. Then I move on to what the guru has me do, and then finally I move on to what the journalist has me do. I really don't know if there's a particular order. I don't really know if you have to do all 4 of those either. I know the police and the journalists are the ones that gave me the badges or the next titles. Again, I don't know if the chef or guru are necessary to complete the storyline, but personally, I did them anyway. They give experience regardless, so if someone wants to correct me on that and, do it yourself and just figure out which ones you have to do exactly, I mean, feel free to comment below on that. But personally, I did all of them just to kind of cover, the whole ground. Then once you finish the quest, you'll actually be able to do everything on the daily quest board. As I said earlier, you get the title, I think it's called U Garden Hero. After that, it's just open grounds. You can do everything all day, or well, every day. And, you start racking up coins relatively pretty quick. Aside from the epic potential scrolls that you get from U Garden, you can also grab the U Garden Golden Ring. I don't remember exactly what the name is. It only costs 70 coins, I think, and it's actually a fairly decent ring. And then we'll be using that to get into CRA. So the way that you spend the U Garden coins is actually through the black market NPC. The important thing to know about this NPC is that it only shows up between a certain time. It only shows up 8 hours a day. For me, because I live in the central time zone, it shows up between 12 noon to 8 p.m. Unfortunately, it is currently bugged. For some reason, the NPC was only coded to last until December 29th, 2020, or at least that's what, the community is saying. So unfortunately, it's not working right now, or not even not working. It just doesn't show up at all when it's supposed to. So hopefully that's fixed by the time this video comes out, or hopefully it's fixed, within the next couple of weeks for, whenever people are actually watching it. But you'll have to keep an eye on that. I believe it's between 6 to 2 UTC. Obviously, I don't really know the current time conversions for everyone, but UTC is 6 hours ahead of me, so I just kind of throw it back to how it would line up, which for me is 12 to 8. So on the topic of doing dailies, I also wanted to go over my daily boss rotation. Again, I sort of glossed over it in the last video, just kind of just as an editing note. But I wanted to kind of go into like more detail of why we're bossing for certain items. So every day I start with Zakum. I go for better flamed accessories because currently I really don't have. I think I have one item that has a good strength flame, but realistically, what I'm looking for is strength and all stats. That's a little hard to get, definitely, but it's worth putting the time. We're doing Zakum every day anyway, and we're really not looking to get this equipment past epic potential either way. So for me, it's worth it to do Zakum every day with the quest or the goal to get better flames on it. I'm also doing normal Ranmaru since I'm already in Elnath. We're doing normal Ranmaru for the boss crystal. I think it's right around 4 or 5 mil per boss crystal. It's not an amazing amount, but it is, something to use. In the famous words of Deboki, mills pay bills. Since we're not actually making a farming character and we're doing all of our farming on the Mihal, it's pretty important to get those boss crystals. So if I'm able, I do my 10 daily bosses and then I get out for the day. After Ranmaru, we actually go ahead and do easy or normal Horntail. I was doing easy Horntail, but now I have enough range to do normal Horntail. I'm getting closer and closer to being able to do Chaos Horntail, but I still think it'll be a while before I'm able to realistically, consistently be able to do that. I'm definitely getting there, but still pretty low. So I've just been doing normal Horntail. What we're looking for is the Horntail necklace, the Silver Blossom ring, and the Deicitus earrings. I don't know how to say that. From Horntail, we do normal Hilla for a chance at Blackheart. Then we're also doing it for her boss crystal because that is also additional money. And then from Hilla, we are also doing easy Magnus for a chance at the Crystal Ventus badge, which we are very, very lucky, and we actually got Blackheart and the Crystal Ventus badge back to back on the same day. I couldn't believe it. I was level 150, something of the sort. I couldn't even do hard Hilla yet, and we were able to get Blackheart from Hilla, which is extremely, extremely rare. So super, super awesome that happened. Very happy. But moving on from that, we actually finished the day with the normal Root Abyss for not only the boss crystals, but also because we have to do normal Root Abyss 10 times in order to do Chaos Root Abyss. So we can use the green coins from Root Abyss as well to get the mastery books, which is super awesome if you don't want to spend the mesas on them. I totally understand if you don't. I'm usually pretty impatient, and I like the big damage boost from just having a level 30 skill compared to a level 10 skill. So typically I will just buy the mastery books, but if you don't have the money to spend on that, that's totally fine. You can just do normal Root Abyss, and then you can use the, I think they're called Yggdrasil coins, and you can go ahead and use those in order to get the mastery books. After we do Root Abyss, we also go and do Ursus. Typically, I think Ursus double time is right around 7 p.m. my time, so like an hour after reset. I usually try to do it right around then. I think double time ends around 11 p.m. Central. I could be wrong about that, but I usually try to squeeze in Ursus right around there if I'm able, if I'm off work at that time. That at my current level gives us right about 66 mil per day, so that's super, super good, and definitely something that I would recommend that everybody does, starting at I think 110 or 101, somewhere around there. super important to do Ursus every day that you can. If you can't do it during double time, that's totally fine. There are 2 time slots that you can do it, one at night, one in the morning, or somewhere around there. Even if you can't do it during either of those times, it's better to do it at all than to not do it at all, if that makes sense. Even if it's not double time, 30 million mesos is still more than no mesos. And after Ursus, I always try to make sure that I do my Maple tour, and I do that daily. And so far, this week's paycheck cashed out to about 334 mil. So that's super important. That is a lot of mesos for pretty much doing no work whatsoever. It takes, I think, probably about 4 minutes to clear each time. You do it twice a day, 8 minutes out of your day to get somewhere between, I think, 40 mil per run, 50 mil sometimes, depending on your level. So it's super, super important to also do Maple Tour daily. So I think that's it for my dailies. I don't think I have anything more going on besides that. I think I'll just go ahead and go over my equipment real quick. So I'm doing this post commentary, so I'm sorry if it's a little out of order. But right now we are currently rocking the Von Leon gear. I think it's super, super important that I emphasize how good the flames are on this gear. I can't emphasize enough how good some of these equips are, strictly because of the flames. We are also rocking the Zakum accessories. I believe we still need to do Heisen Temple. We still need to do Arcarium for the Mechanator pendant. And I think obviously we need to do Temple of Time. So we'll probably do that in a next video. Or probably episode 3 or 4. Oh, we also have the black shoulder, or the black royal shoulder from Magnus. That was also a very, very, very lucky drop that we got from him. We will be replacing it with the Heisen Temple just because the set bonus is significantly better. Like I said, we're also running the Crystal Ventus badge, which is awesome. That's going to be our best in slot badge for a little while. I think that's really it for all that's notable. I really don't think there's a whole lot more. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this episode, I guess, to really show or really kind of focus on Garden and just dailies, things that I'm doing all the time just to make sure that I can progress. Obviously, I've been leveling and leveling and leveling. I'm 170 something right now. We're getting closer and closer to 200. It is starting to take a little longer because we're doing less damage. So that's part of the reason why I'm focusing so heavily on doing dailies, is I want to make sure that we have enough damage to level without it kind of becoming a drag, especially because Mihao kind of relies so heavily on Royal Guard one-hitting or one-shotting or sometimes two-shotting. So the other thing I wanted to kind of focus on is my burning character. I actually am currently burning a BAM. Battle Mage is one of my absolute favorites. I can't express it enough. It is one of my absolute all-time favorite classes. It is a class that I am going to main aside from the Mihal. I think the Mihal is great for this series, and I kind of want it to be a little bit of, a challenge, right? Which is why I picked the class. But I think I sort of misspoke in episode 1 when I said I wanted to properly main it. I want to main it for this challenge. I want to make sure that everything for this challenge is done on the Mihal. But I think for the character that I personally want to associate myself with is going to be the Battle Mage. So I want to focus on getting that Battle Mage up to, I think, level 220. The reason for that is because when it's a burning character, you get a lot of free node stones and rewards for leveling your character up during the burning period. Because the burning period is coming pretty decently close to an end, I do want to focus kind of more on just getting that done. So there may be some kind of breaks in this series between now and the end of burning, but I'm gonna try my best to do those when I'm able. Aside from this series as well, I wanted to also just kind of throw in some fun videos in there. I wanted to make kind of I guess a jump quest series, time myself, see how fast I can do certain jump quests. I think that would be really fun. And I think it'd be a great little challenge just to throw into the community, see what other people can do with it, see, bring some nostalgia back. I think that would be really fun. So I think the next video I'm going to try to do is a Zakum part 1 and part 2 jump quest video. I think that would be really, really fun to just kind of time myself, see how fast I can do it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful just to kind of give you an idea of what sort of my bossing or my daily rotation is around this level. and sort of the things that I do just to, I guess, progress a little bit, because right now is sort of that dead zone where you don't really make huge gains. But every few levels, you experience some more content, you add some more dailies onto it, but you're not really seeing massive gains. So just keep it up. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep leveling up. 200 is really the main goal right now. Just keep going for 200. Do your dailies, and if you're really, really bored doing your dailies, or you finish them relatively quickly, I definitely recommend starting to work on your Legion or starting to work on your mules. Those are super, super important. Lynx and Legion are massive in this game. Thank you so much again. I really appreciate it. If you want to join Wii Solo, go ahead and request in game. We currently have, I think, 4 or 5 members, which is awesome. We're just slowly working on building the guild up, getting that GP, and getting that contribution. So I will see you all in the next video, which hopefully is that Jump Quest video. If it's not, I'm sorry. I don't really have much of a schedule. I'm not a YouTuber yet. We're getting there.